welcome back to the Rusty Ferret podcast. Thank you so much for coming back. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you are having an excellent Halloween. Happy Halloween. Managed to time that perfectly right with releasing a podcast on Halloween, hence the goth makeup. Not really. I was just trying to feel myself really and went for it. Firstly, let me apologise for the lighting. It is a super dreich day here in Dundee, as it is in Scotland all over. Glasgow is flooding. That's good for the COP26 thing. Yikes. I've tried to arrange my lamps so that it looks bright. However, it just looks dingy, which will just roll for the Halloween theme. I maybe need to get myself like a proper ring light or something, but that's money, isn't it? So we'll see. But yeah, so happy Halloween. I hope have something planned, even if it's just a spooky cup of tea or a bag of sweeties. That would be excellent. If you have any costumes, I would love to see them. Can you post them on YouTube? No, probably not. Feel free to tag me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm at Rusty Ferret Yarn on Instagram and at Rusty Ferret on Twitter. Yes. I have too many handles all over the place for different businesses, like Fluff and anyway. Oh, hoarded all the Twitter and the Instagram. I have 5 Instagram accounts. I think I have 6 Instagram accounts. Nobody needs that. Nobody. Okay, let me talk to you about my dress because I am quite impressed with this. This is the BAKERLOO dress by Nina Lee, and it is this really, I don't know, straightforward, simple silhouette of a dress, but it has this epic collar on it. And it was my brother-in-law Martin that suggested I make it, and I was like, it's a bit frou-frou. And then I thought, meh, why not? I could always leave the collar off if it didn't look right on me, but actually I really like it. I made it out of an old, I say old, it was a bedsheet I wasn't using, hence the rainbows, the butterflies, and then I ice tie-dyed it and got this very cool, very spoopy purple and blue thing going on here. It also has pockets, which obviously is the most important thing, right? So yeah, I'm really pleased it fits me. I had it on over the summer, and I think because it was really hot over the summer, I was really like sticky and it felt so uncomfortable. But I put it on today and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good for winter. So yay. Although I think if I was to make it again, I'd do something with the sleeves. I like the elasticated sleeves, but I wish they just had a bit more armhole room, if that makes sense. I feel like I don't know, they've got plenty of room, but there's just something that I can feel them and I don't like feeling them. So yeah, so this is my OOTD and I'm feeling very cool. I did curl my hair also, but my hair is so I have lots of hair, but it's very thin. It holds nothing. So this was a nice froof earlier. It is now bedhead, basically. Let's move on to the finished objects for this fortnight. Until I started doing the podcast, I didn't realise how little progress I make on things sometimes. And I really haven't finished much. I have been doing other things. Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft. Anywho, I finished my AbbyeKnits Pondside socks. These are just a nice slipper sock when you don't want to have your slippers on and you just need a little bit of extra cozy. And yeah, I mean, I haven't blocked these because these will just be going straight on my feet. Sweat blocking. Lovely. Why am I laughing at myself? I feel so awkward. So as you can see, I didn't have enough of my hand spun to finish them, which was fine. That's why I split the 2 balls into 50 grams. 50. That's why I split the ball in half. And then I finished the toes off with Drops Alaska, the navy colour. And yeah, I'm dead chuffed. There's not much to say about them. They're just a plain slipper sock. I did knit them in Rusty Ferret's and I get this right, hand dyed fibre in the Jaguar. I keep saying that funny. Jaguar shark colorway. 100% Shetland fibre. I then hand spun that into yarn. And then I hand knit it into some slipper socks. And yeah, it started to get really, really cold here. So I'll be grateful for these just to have on my feet during the working day. It's always the working, like when I'm working, like just, I've said that really weird, but it's always just during the day that I always get really cold. About this time, like, I mean, it's really late. What time is it? It's nearly 5 o'clock. This is when I tend to feel like cold, and I'm like, oh, brr. And then I'll go and walk the dog and be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Or have my tea, and that's good. So, I will say this is a test of my new inhaler. I went to the asthma nurse and was given a second inhaler to take, Spiral, whatever. And I seem to be able to talk longer. My stamina of talking is building back up again, so that's excellent. So my second kind of finished object for this fortnight is I dyed my Munkusa boots. You cannot see the colour on those. Can you? No. Turn it towards the light. Kind of, there we go. I will pop a picture in so that you can see these properly. I kind of just threw them in a pot and just threw dye on it and hoped. That was my method. So we've got like loads of magenta and purple and violet and some turquoise on there. I also added some neon yellow so you can see the like really I hope you didn't hear that. Like it's got a kind of a neon-y green instead of the weird whatever the hell green that was before. So yeah, I'm pleased. These are still damp. It's disgusting. I'm going to hang these back up to dry before I wear them. I've got them on sock blockers so the air can get through it a bit better. And I've hung them up on our airer, but yeah, that's been a few days now. Gross. So I'm so happy to have my Munkusa boots finished. They have been hovering for far too long, so they are now done. I can move on with my life, and enjoy some super hairy slippers. It's all about cozy feet today. All about the cozy feet, which leads into my whips. I am on my last sock. No, it's not a sock. Slipper of the mass slipper knittage. I finished one. And where's the other one? I think it's down here. And here's the start of the last one. And that's just a little heel bit. So these are the Capella socks by, and I'm going to butcher the name, Kajsa Fredriksson. And I really like these. Will I knit another pair for myself? Maybe in the future, probably not right now. However, I'm really chuffed with these. They're exactly what I wanted. The only downside is they're not available off Ravelry, which sucks. But hopefully they might do that soon. I don't know. I'm just hoping. Sending my thoughts and prayers into the universe. So I'm not really sure what to say about these because I finished two pairs last week. But it's really cool to see the difference with the different colorways. Does that make sense? I'll pop a picture up with the three of them together. I think I like this combo the most because there's so much of a contrast. And also Sandhaven Colin, that pink is like my favourite colorway ever. So these are all Rusty Ferret colours. The grey is Pewter, the pink is Sandhaven Colin, and the white is Cetus. I did this in the 100% New Zealand Polwarth base. I do not have any of that in stock at the minute, but I definitely need to, because I forgot how much I love it. And yeah, I'll just be glad to have these done. Just because, one, I want to pass them on to their recipients. Again, if you're watching, which I know you are. No, you didn't. And also to not have to knit anymore. I know it's not just me that has an issue knitting something more than once. I know, because you tell me. I know you all hate it. What more can I say about this? I love the yarn. It's a more sheepier yarn than a merino, because it is a merino crossbreed, the Polwarth. So it's still got the soft, but there's a bit of tough. Feels a bit tougher in it. The construction is really simple. So you start off with the heel. So this is what I'm knitting here. And then you put your stitches here, these ones here, onto a needle holder or a scrap piece of yarn. You then cast on these stitches here and you knit this, and then you just go back and pick these up and do a little I-cord. God, that is really dark, sorry. You do like a little I-cord around it. And yeah, I'll be able to try. I haven't tried these on, but these will fit me. So maybe I should try them on right now. There's like, my floor is, have I knocked the camera? Oh, God. You thought Jude Harper's mum was bad. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, can I bend that way? Hang on, I'll take a video on my phone. Nintendo, leave me alone. It means you can also see how much cables is down here. Yeah, look, they fit really nice. Chuffed. So yeah, hopefully I'll have this set finished by the end of the weekend, and I can wrap them up and post them off. Well, I'll need to block them, won't I? And yeah, get them gone out of my life. I've really shifted that camera, haven't I? Okay, so I'm not sure what order to do this in. I think I'm going to show you craft projects first. Yes. So once those slippers are done, I have no knitting or crochet projects on the needles, apart from my miter square blanket, which doesn't count because I add a square to it every time I finish a 4-ply project. So it absolutely doesn't count because I have another like 200 odd squares to do, and no. So I was going through my stash the other day. I pulled out some yarn that I would like to use, and also some projects I would like to finish before the end of the year. I don't know if I've said this before, but I probably have. Did I say it in my last podcast? Probably not. When it comes to the end of the year, I really, really like to kind of tie up loose ends. I don't know, it's just this weird thing I get in my soul, and I'm like, I have to finish that, or like I have to get these things out of my house. So like if I've borrowed something, I'm like, I have to give it back, or if I said somebody can have something, I'm like, get this back. Anyway, I don't clean. Don't think I do like a winter clean. It's nothing like that. It's no. But I did pull out some projects that I've had kind of, one is mostly done, one is not started. So this is going to crinkle like hell, and I'm sorry. The first project that I would like to sit down and do, and I'm probably, maybe not today, well, it was going to be my reward for finishing recording the podcast, so probably today, is this little acorn, what is it? The acorn needle felting kit, and I think it's to make a little, this kit makes 6 hanging felted acorns. Yeah, I think it's to make a wee garland. I got it from Zoe, Queen of Pearls, who sadly is no longer in business. Back at Perth Yarn Festival. The last one before the pandemic, right? Was I there with Zoe? No, the one before that. Oh, wild. Yeah, it was the one before that. So 2 before the pandemic. I can't remember what year that was. 2018? So it's been in my stash that long. And yeah, it's just a little kit, as I said, to make some needle felted acorns. I'm trying not to handle it too much because of the crinkling. So you get the little acorn caps and the needles and the fibre to do it. And I just think it would be cute. And I'd like to do it. That's the only reason. I just like to sit and do it. I like needle felting. I don't do enough of it. So this is on the list. So by next time I speak to you, I will have some tiny felted acorns to show you. Okay, this is why I'm bringing this up, because I need some accountability. Otherwise, it's going to go back in the cupboard and I'm going to be annoyed that I didn't do it. So the second one. This lives in my Shetland Wool Week project bag. No, I haven't been to Shetland Wool Week, but Jules, Wool and Flower, she brought this back for me, which was so kind. I didn't ask her for it. She just brought it. Hashtag gifted. And in here is a project I started. I don't know. I mean, it could be like 9 years ago. It's felt. It's more felt, okay? Like an IKEA tin of biscuits. Try not to hit the microphone. I got a ring. I keep seeing something in my hair here, and I'm pretty sure it's just a white hair. Yeah. Okay. I managed to stop recording the podcast halfway through. Didn't realise until I was editing it. However, I have waited until Sunday to get my ring light. So hopefully this is much brighter than the bit you've just watched. I debated whether I would re-record the whole thing, but I'll be honest, I don't have the spoons. So here we are. I straightened my hair instead of curling it, and we're just gonna jump back into where I managed to stop. Also, happy actual Halloween. It's actually Halloween today, so yay, spooky. So what I was trying to say was, in my Shetland Wool Week bag, I have a project that's been hanging on forever. I first made one of these for my mum a long time ago. I mean, before her kitchen didn't exist. Wait, her kitchen... Oh, that doesn't make sense. My mum's getting her kitchen done, and it's taken years, and... Yeah, anyway. So, I have a problem with buying 2 things. So, I have a hoop that I have pre-covered. And I have lots of felt. And the thing that I was missing, which my mum had, and I don't know why, was... Sorry for the crinkling. Lots of green felt. I need that in order... Well, in my IKEA tin of biscuits is not biscuits. It's like that meme, isn't it? But, sprouts. Felted sprouts. I made all these sprouts. And last year I was like, I'm going to finish this wreath. So I sat at Christmas and put all their little eyeballs on, put all their leafies on. I mean, they're so cute, right? So cute. And then there's hundreds of them. Okay, maybe not hundreds, but there's a lot of them sitting in the tin. And then that's where they've stayed. So, was that last year? It has to have been last year. Oh no, if it's longer, oh no. Let's not talk about it. So basically what's left to do is cut leaf shapes out of the pre-made felt and then stick all of these on said wreath. My mum's wreath had like them placed like quite sporadically, but I want to like a clump of them. And I would really like that for this Christmas. So, again, hold me accountable. If this isn't finished in 2 weeks, you can take my IKEA tin. I will give you my IKEA tin. I'm excited to get that done and get it hung up. So I think I mentioned previously that once my Capella slippers are finished, I have nothing, can't bend my wrist that way, on the knitting / crochet needles hook, and I decided that I would have a rake through my stash, and I pulled out some yarn I'd quite like to use, and I have some thoughts that I'd like to share with you, and I would really like some opinions on what to start next. I probably won't have started by the next podcast, so you can leave your comments down below and tell me. Okay. I keep seeing that white bit in my hair and thinking it's like something. It's not. That's white hairs, guys. Look at them. Oh dear. Can you see all the white? Oh wow. Oh, look at that one. I'm old. No, I'm surprised my hair's held up this long. My mum went grey by the time she was like, I don't know, mid-20s. So I have this in my stash. Ooh, the cat there, kind of. This is Countess of Blaze Sparkly Blue Face Baron Sock, and it is 80% BFL, 20% Firestar, which gives it this, like, I don't think you'll be able to see this, but like a sparkliness to it. And it's neon yellow. My ring light's not helping with the colour. I need to work on lighting, but whatevs. I got this back in, I think it was 2017 or 16, when I went down for my trunk show down there. And I love it. And I had a plan to make a shawl with it. But none of the shawls just seem right. And then I thought the other day, how about a love note? And the internet said, yes. Now I know this colour is going to make me look ill. I have that beautiful blue Scottish skin that does not suit yellows or oranges. I understand that, but I'm still going to do it anyway. As I said, the internet said. So I just need to figure out what colour of mohair, that was my stomach, sorry. What colour of mohair to dye up. Do I keep it yellow and do some neon yellow and it's just a full on neon yellow assault on your senses? Or do I mix it up with a different colour? I don't think I want to do black or grey. That's the obvious choice. Also, I'll look like a bumblebee. So it'll probably be neon yellow, but I'm open to suggestions. Pictures would help if you have suggestions of the two colours together. So yeah, that's plan number 1. Second one, I have these 5 skeins of, it's actually West Yorkshire Spinners Essential DK, which is 75% wool, 25% nylon. I've actually overdyed this purple, and I was thinking about a Catterline by Westermann or Karie Westermann. I really like the zigzag texture on this and think it would be a really cool jumper to just throw on. I think I can do quite a big size. So again, it would be just a nice winter jumper to just chuck on while I'm working from home and just be like I don't always work from home, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so that is option number 2. These will all get cast on at some point, but just like, which one am I going to start with? Next up is this cobweb lace. Now, I think I've shared the story about this before. When I went to the very, very first Edinburgh Yarn Festival, it was really busy and we'd gone in the afternoon. I was very overwhelmed. I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't as well versed in yarn as I am now, maybe, and I still don't think I am. But I was a total noob, let's put it that way. And I saw this colourway on Old Maid Nance booth, took it, paid for it, chatted with Lilith about can I hide under her stand because oh my god, and then left. No, I didn't leave. I bought other things, but like left. It was just too much. It was too busy. It was great, but it was so busy. When I got home, I realised that this was a cobweb lace. And being the absolute noob that I am, was like, what the heck? So it kind of went into the stash and stayed there. I pulled it out a few years later and was like, oh, I know, I could make a Shetland cobweb lace shawl. Because at that point I was like experimenting and being like, I want to try new things. I still do. But I only had one. So when I saw that Lilith had, she doesn't often have this for sale. So when I saw that she'd had a studio fire and had some for sale, I bought one. But being years apart are different colours. It happens. I'm not blaming Lilith. Absolutely not. So I was like, oh, okay, well, back in the stash you go. And left it at that. So, start of this year, I was like, right, I can make something stripy. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do the Shetland shawl. It's going to be stripy. I don't want to over dye this because it's Edinburgh Yarn Festival. It's the first one. I remember it so clearly. Like, this is what's in my brain. That's fine. So, I was going to do stripes. Then I saw again this summer, end of the summer, Lilith had put up a picture of more. And I was like, I now know Lilith really well. So I was like, oh my god, explain the whole story. Blah, 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 blah. Can I buy one in this colour or one in this colour? I'm happy, whichever one. She then gifted me some. Thank you, Lilith. I love you. And I'm very excited. And it means that I can make my Shetland shawl in this colour. It's closer to this colour. Because again, years apart, right? But it doesn't fix the problem of I still have this in my stash. And what do I do with this? So again, while I had been rooting through my stash, I thought, do you know what? I know there's a few lace tops or things going about. Let's have a look and see. So I looked for cobweb lace and it was a lot of very froofy, not my style type stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, let's look for lace. I have quite a loose gauge. I don't mind if it's like open, a bit looser. And I found, and I'm looking at my notes, Diafanía by Camila Larsen. Unfortunately, this is an only Ravelry pattern. And I was like, oh, that's really pretty. I really like the yoke. It's got like a lacy yoke to it. I was like, oh, that would look really cool. Again, yellow. It's not going to go with my skin, but whatever. We don't care anymore. That's really cool. I wonder how much I'll need. I need one of these. So it only needs between 940 and 1,035 meters. And there's 1,097 meters in one of these. I could make two. Now, as a large-bodied person, I'm quite used to needing lots of yarn to cover myself. So I could technically hold these double and it would make maybe slightly thicker than a lace weight and make the top. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It will be stripy. And again, I go back to the whole, I don't want to I could over dye them so that they're the same or as same as possible. But I don't think I want to. I think it'd be in, let's see. Because then you can see the colours and then it's like the funny story. Look how thin it is. Can you even see? Look, you can see it digging into my finger. Oh my god. Oh, disgusting. Really. I get you're not going to be able to see this. Yeah, that's wild. So, that is option number. I can't remember which one we're on. Okay, the last yarn that I have a plan for in this roundup is, let me move my IKEA tin, my Whistlebear Yvrin Bell that I got when I was down looking after the Whistlebear goats and everybody else. I really want to do, and I'm going to say this wrong, Lysning. by Skeindeer Knits Ellie. Again, it's another one that's only available on Ravelry. I am sorry. I just really like it, and it yeah. So I don't think I'm feeling knitting a shawl at the minute. I do really want to knit with this because this yarn is beautiful. It's like so soft, and it's got that mohair like little bristle to it. It is 80%. I'm going to check my notes again because I'm always scared that I'm lying. 80% mohair from Alice's Mohair Goats. Love them. And 20% Wensleydale from their Wensleydale sheep. Again, I love them. They were really funny. So it's really soft and weird noises outside. And yeah. But I think I'd rather knit a jumper. Does that make sense? Anywho, so that's another option. And lastly, I have this awesome Fab Funky Fibres Trolls World Tour yarn that Mark got me for my birthday last year. And it is the most magnificent self-striping yarn. Again, the colours are not doing justice here. And I was thinking about some gloves. I don't want to knit this into socks. It's too precious for my feet. I was thinking some gloves, but I was thinking some cables. I don't know if that would take away from the self-striping. I don't think it would. But I technically, looking at patterns, I have enough to make 2 pairs, so I could do a plain stripy pair and then like a stripy cable pair. We'll see, but I just want to take this out and look at it again because it's so pretty. So that's kind of what is on my brain right now. As I said, I don't think I'll have cast on the next project by the next time I speak to you. So yeah, I would really appreciate if you could tell me which one to cast on, because I don't know, I want to cast them all on. I'm trying not to do that. It's nice to have had a clear slate and kind of move on from that. In the same respect that I'll be really glad when my 2 felting projects are done and like I can enjoy them instead of, I don't know, like an extra burden. Like, not that they're a burden, but they're just always there. I don't know. Fellow crafters, you can relate, right? It's not just me. With all the crafting spoken about, let's have a chat about what's been going on. Honestly, not much. Well, not much, as in the one thing I do have to talk about is pretty big. Oscar had surgery on Monday. He had a lump on his elbow, this weird, gross, squishy lump on his elbow. So he went in on Monday to get it removed. And he had a wee lump on his back, and he went to get that removed too. So he went in, and they phoned not long after saying, Oscar's testicles have got lumps on them, and his prostate's enlarged. Can we, castrate him? I had gone back to sleep after having dropped him off at like 8. So Mark was like waking me up. And I was like, what? I was like, well, yeah, take them off. Like, they're expendable. Get gone. He's 11 and a half. He's never gonna have babies as much as his puppies would be so cute. Just get them gone. So that was fine. So when we got him home, he's covered in scars. Well, he's like stitch scars. So he's got no testicles. Aussie, hi baby. Tell everybody what they did to you. You show your scars off? You gonna show your scars off? No? Cutie. Let me see. No. You just want my biscuit. That's why you're here. Yes. I love you. I know. Bubba. Oscar wants my pan of chocolate. I was like, you can't. I'm sorry. No. Look at his back. You're going as a zombie for Halloween, aren't you? I love you. He's got a really big scar down his, well, incision down his back, because the wee lump on his back was apparently like an iceberg. And he's got it right down his leg, where they took the original lump off. Because he was under anaesthetic so long, they cleaned his teeth and everything, so he does not smell like a bin when he kisses you, which is wonderful. So he got a bit of an MOT while he was in, which is quite nice too. They did send away his testicles, and it has come back that everything's benign. So that's a big relief, because spaniels are notorious for cancer. They're notorious for lumps that turn into cancer. And he's an older dog. The enlarged prostate is pretty common for uncastrated dogs, like entire males. So yeah, he's all good. He is recovering. He has got the most ridiculous blue, we call it his super suit, that he runs about in, so that he doesn't have to have the cone on, but he fights me every time to put it on. So and he's a menace with the cone. He just like rams into the back of your legs, or like shoves, like he was through here and he knocked all the cables over and everything. So, but he's on the mend. He gets his stitches out on Friday coming. So yeah, he just needs to grow his hair back in and look less patchy. But apart from that, that's kind of everything that I've been up to. I have been working on dyeing some Christmas yarn, but not quite sure if it's there yet. I will have some to share next time. Hopefully it'll be up for sale by then, which would be great. But yes, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you so much for bearing with me with the technical difficulties and the change in lights, and I am going to have to figure these out a bit more. So I will see you next time. I hope you've had an excellent Halloween, and be good. Bye.